Hello everyone. So we are in unit number 2, summarization of data. In the previous video, we discussed about bar chart. In this video, let us discuss about pie chart. Pie chart is also called as circle chart. So first, let me show you a pie chart. So this is pie chart. You can see it is a circular graph. So pie chart is a circular graph. And the circle is divided into different sectors or slices. So in that figure there are 4 different slices. Each slice is shown with a different color and each slice has different angle. So let us see definition of this pie chart. So pie chart is a type of graph that represents the data in circular graph. Pie chart ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. It divides the circular graph into sectors or slices. ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳಾಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Each sector represents one category of data. So the slices of pie show the relative size of the data. Each slice shows a relative size of data. So it is used to compare different categories of data. Pie chart is used to compare different categories of data. So we know that bar graph is also used to compare different categories of data. So both pie chart and bar graph, they are used to compare different categories of data. This means that you can use pie chart and bar chart interchangeably. Pie chart ಮತ್ತು ಬಾರ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿಯ ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So let me give you an example. Say this example I have had taken in one of my previous videos. The same example I am taking here. A group of students were asked to tell their favorite subject and the result is listed as below. See, the data set is in unorganized form. So in order to draw a pie chart, you need to organize this particular data set. So in order to organize this data set, you have to draw a frequency distribution table or relative frequency distribution table. So in case of bar chart, you have drawn frequency distribution table for this particular data set. But in order to draw a pie chart, you need to draw relative frequency distribution table. So a relative frequency distribution table for this particular data set is like this. You can see in the first column, subject, all the 4 subjects have been listed. Second column, number of students, it is nothing but frequency. And third column is relative frequency. So here I have omitted tally marks column. Tally marks column ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So we know that relative frequency means frequency in percentage. See, for the first subject art, frequency is 7. In percentage it is 32%. So this is relative frequency distribution table. So from this relative frequency distribution table, you can draw a pie chart. See, this is the same relative frequency distribution table. So here one more column is added at the end. That column is angle of slices in degree. So in order to draw a pie chart, angle of each segment is necessary. So in that last column, angle is calculated. How angle is calculated? Just go through that. See, in order to calculate angle of slices, you need to divide the frequency by the total frequency, and the answer is multiplied with 360. Answer is multiplied with 360. ಯಾಕೆ 360 ಅನ್ನೇ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Because in a circle total angle is 360 degree. 360 means 360 degree here. Say for example, for the first subject art, frequency is 7. Total frequency is 22. 7 divided by 22 into 360. The answer of this is 115 degree. This means a slice in a pie chart which represents subject art should have an angle of 115 degree. Similarly, mathematics, the slice which represents mathematics should have an angle of 82 degree. Similarly, science 98 degree, English 65 degree. If you add up all the angles, it should be equal to 360 degree. So pie chart for this particular relative frequency distribution table is like this. See, title is given. Title is given as favorite subject. And you can see there are 4 slices or 4 segments. Each slice represents a subject. Each and every slice is represented with a different color here. See, it is not compulsory to represent each and every slice with a different color. If you represent them with different color, it will be very attractive. That is why different colors have been used here. See, you can see for the subject art, percentage is also written 32%, and it is represented with blue color slice, and angle of that slice is 115 degree. Similarly, a different color is used for mathematics. Its percentage is also written there, 23%. For science 27%, and for English 18%. So this is pie chart. See, you can draw any meaningful inferences very easily from this particular pie chart. See, if I ask you a question, which subject is least liked? Which subject is least liked? Then you can answer this particular question very easily from the pie chart. You need to just check the slice with minimum angle. Slice with minimum angle means a smallest slice. So smallest slice in this pie chart is the slice with orange color. That slice represents subject English, and relative frequency of this is 18%. Only 18% of the students liked this particular subject. So in this manner, you can draw any meaningful inferences from the pie chart very easily. Okay, so this is about this video. In the next video, let us discuss about line chart. Thank you.